Hey you guys, it's me SpongeBob number one fan 2003 here. And as you can see, I'm here with a super duper adorable SpongeBob little golden book. And this one is called Sponge in Space. And I actually got this book for Christmas of 2019, and this is honestly such an adorable little book, and I really, really love it. Okay, so as you can see on the front cover, there is adorable little SpongeBob in his space suit, and he looks like he's in awe at all the pretty sights in space. And then there's Patrick right there too. And then there's Sandy's rocket ship. There's the moon, and SpongeBob and Patrick are on like this strange planet, and there's like a bunch of pretty stars right here too. And this is a little golden book, and to be honest, I think I'd consider this as one of my personal favorite SpongeBob little golden books. It's so adorable. And of course, here is the famous little golden book spine, and the back will have the description about little golden books and lots of little golden book characters. Alright. Okay, so let's go ahead and start looking at the pages that are in this book. Okay. Alright, and I did write my name right here too. So, there's a picture of SpongeBob exploring the strange planet. He looks so cute. There's Sponge in Space. And this is adapted by Geoff Smith and illustrated by Heather Martinez. And this is based off of the episode Sandy's Rocket. And this book was made back in 2012. Okay. So little SpongeBob goes to visit his friend Sandy, but as soon as he gets to her home, he sees that Sandy has a big, huge rocket ship in her front yard. And Sandy explains to her friend that she's going to go to the moon tomorrow, and SpongeBob actually really wants to come as well. And he wants to see aliens, and he doesn't take up much room because he's just a little sponge. And Sandy says to SpongeBob that he can come with her, but she explains to him that there are no aliens on the moon. And SpongeBob goes to bed that night, but apparently he's too excited to sleep because he's thinking about his trip to outer space the next day. So you can see that there's SpongeBob, like, floating around in space with a spacesuit on. And then there's the rocket zooming past stars and comets. And then there's little SpongeBob exploring a strange planet. And SpongeBob says that he is not scared of aliens because there are strange creatures everywhere. And SpongeBob doesn't believe Sandy when she said that there aren't any aliens on the moon. And SpongeBob thinks that there are aliens on the moon. And then Patrick comes over, and he actually heard about SpongeBob's trip with Sandy to the moon. And he brings over a spray that I guess prevents aliens from coming into the rocket ship. And SpongeBob thinks that it's a great idea, and now they're going to go to Sandy's rocket ship to spray the windows to get it alien proof so aliens can't come in. And SpongeBob gives Patrick a quick little tour of the rocket ship. And Patrick really, really likes the look of it, and he wants to know which button makes the rocket go. And SpongeBob says that it's that button right there, and he accidentally presses it. And now the rocket is zooming into space. So, yep. And then, all of a sudden, there is no gravity. So now SpongeBob and Patrick are weightless, and now they're floating around. And SpongeBob looks like he's having a lot of fun, and so is Patrick. And there's a book floating. I believe that right there might be a wrench or something. And then there's the spray, the alien-proof spray, I should say. There's some peanut butter and some toothpaste, and then there's a pencil right there too. And then the rocket goes to the moon, but then it misses it and goes back to Earth. And then the gravity comes back, and yep, so SpongeBob and Patrick fall down with a thud. And then, apparently, as soon as SpongeBob and Patrick get out of the rocket ship, they think that they are on the moon, but they're really back at home in Bikini Bottom, also known as the Earth. So yeah, and they think that the aliens are just trying to trick them, but even though they're back at Earth, but they don't know. So they think that the aliens are trying to trick them by making the moon look like Bikini Bottom back at Earth. And then SpongeBob and Patrick go into Squidward's house, and they see Squidward, but they think that he's an alien. And SpongeBob sees the tentacles, the giant fleshy head, and its huge nose, and he says that it's horrible, and they need to capture it and bring it back to Earth. So they capture Squidward, as you can see right here. They capture Squidward, well, the alien, and they capture it in a net, and SpongeBob says that he'll prove to Sandy that aliens exist. And then Sandy appears, and she's very, very mad at SpongeBob and Patrick for stealing her rocket ship. And SpongeBob thinks that, you know, Sandy's an alien, like, you know, an alien's pretending to be Sandy, and that they're tricking them, but they have nets. So they capture Sandy, and then they capture Mr. Krabs, and then Mrs. Puff, and even Gary, and now they have pretty much everyone captured in nets. Like, everyone in Bikini Bottom. And then all of a sudden, Patrick brings up the fact that if the aliens can trick them, then how does he know that he's really him and SpongeBob is really himself too? So SpongeBob and Patrick can't trust each other anymore, as you can see. And Patrick strikes, but he ends up catching himself, and now he's trapped in a net. And and now SpongeBob is really excited to show Sandy all the aliens that he captured. So now SpongeBob is going to go back to Bikini Bottom in the rocket ship, and then all of a sudden the rocket zooms into space again. And the rocket is now really, really horribly damaged, and it runs out of fuel, and it lands on the moon. And SpongeBob sees this, and all of the aliens are really, really mad at SpongeBob because now they're all basically stuck on the moon, and SpongeBob realizes that he's in trouble, and he asks, does anyone know how to fix rockets? So yep, that's pretty much all for the story, and then here are some other little golden books right here that you can get as well. That's really cool. But yep, little SpongeBob knows that he's in trouble. Alright, so that's pretty much all for Sponge in Space. I absolutely love this little golden book. It is so adorable. My favorite part about it, hold on a second, is when SpongeBob and Patrick capture all of those poor Bikini Bottomites thinking that they're aliens. And and the funniest part is when, you know, SpongeBob realizes that he's in trouble because he realizes that they're stuck on the moon and he trapped everyone in Bikini Bottom. And it's really, really funny. Alright, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and also happy April Fool's Day as well. So goodbye everybody, have a great day, and peace out.